welcome back to Saphy Season 2. This is Episode 2, and I've done quite a few things in between episodes, specifically with the Trader Hall. We have Sharpness 5 now. We got Fortune, and then we also got Unbreaking, Silk Touch, and Mending, like you saw last time. The plan for today is probably to move these guys down into the basement. Let me put this in here just so they don't escape. Move these guys down into the basement as kind of the emerald makers, and don't worry about the redstone you just saw. I will go over that in a few minutes. But this is currently where all of the emerald makers are, so haven't upgraded him yet because I don't want infinite stone tools. But being that we have an iron farm, this is much better than sticks. So that's where they are. So I might move them down. I'm probably just move them down because I don't want to kill them. But they're essentially obsolete now. Now, that redstone is linked to this amazing little button, which is just this cute little redstone door. Simply just to keep the villagers out, and I figured why not. I love making redstone doors, and I haven't been able to do any redstone on the server yet. So this all goes into a long tunnel back to the base, and the other door took me a lot longer because this is just a simple Jeb door connected to a copper bulb, which copper bulbs are amazing. Oh my god, they're amazing, because in order to make a monostable circuit, it used to be like this big thing. You had to have several blocks involved, a piston, a block, a repeater. It was just a whole thing. But now you can just do all of that with one block, and it's so nice. So here I am outside the tunnel, and I wanted to show this to you because I love making things like this. So obviously you got your normal old barrel here, but if you put the correct item in, there's an item filter. So you drop that in, and it will drop you down here. And the noodles back here, they're interesting. Whenever I have to work in confined space, it always gets very messy, and I'm never really proud of how it looks, but it works, so who cares, right? So here, right under the barrel, you have the item filter, and then that just pushes it down to the output chest down there, so you can get your key back. But as it passes through this hopper, which has to be locked for a momentary second so it can actually read it, but as the item passes through here, it turns on the copper bulb, which then opens the simple little block remover and triggers the piston pusher. Or slime block launcher. Jesus. Sorry about that. A little slime block launcher here. And then when it turns off, it starts this little timer, which is just 4 blocks, to just automatically close the system, which is just pretty nice. So yeah, I'm really happy with this, and I love making redstone things like that. So down here you can see my key has been returned to me. And you've already seen that this goes all the way down to the other side at the villager trading hall. So my plan is to probably put minecart rails, thank you. Minecart rails throughout here, and just connect that, because that is quite a long trek, and it's a little annoying to have to run there every time. But so yeah, that's the secret tunnel. I'm very happy with it. I love it so much. Another thing I've did is I made this amazing little trash can. Oh, okay. That was embarrassing. There we go. So, nice little trash can that just drops them down into lava. And yeah, so that's where I'm kind of at right now. Those are the plans for today, I think. Probably more will get added to the agenda because that's not really a lot. I'm probably going to, after moving these guys down into the basement, I'm probably going to expand the villager trading hall because I need a few more books. I need protection. I need, like a few other things. And then if we do end up selling books, I'm going to have to extend it out this way. Move. I have to extend it out this way and make even more books. So that's the plan for today, and you guys notice anything about this area that's different? Well, that's the point. You're not supposed to. So, do you remember when I said I'm much more of a redstoner than a builder? Here is what I mean. You cannot tell me that this is not one of the coolest doors you have ever seen. Completely hidden. I absolutely love this thing so much. It took me about an hour last night, and it's essentially just a bunch of block swappers and a piston trap door. So I'm very happy with this. I'm more than happy with this. Um, and it has like this little secret input. I'm absolutely thrilled with it. So the next step is to probably put a smart rail system in here. And by that I mean have a little lectern selection system that says, you know, do you want to go to the villager trader or the iron farm, or the house, and then when you select it, you'll press a button and it will automatically adjust the rails that I'm going to put in to send you to that location. Because these tunnels are quite long and annoying to travel by foot, and there's also multiple destinations. So that's the plan. Oh, frame. I still have to go through my settings because what I thought I did not work. But yeah, that's the plan. Other things I have to do today, I have to create a crafting system for the iron farm, and upgrade the storage system so it automatically crafts into blocks from ingots, because we have quite a lot of iron, and it's just going to start filling up faster and faster with the amount of blocks that we have in here. So I have to play around with the auto crafters, which they seem fairly simple, but I've never actually used them before. So we have lots of iron. So we have prot 4 and efficiency 5, and then I have to trade cycle. I have to figure out what I want from this guy and trade cycle him. But yeah, I got to get some signs in here and everything. Also, the reason that this is out here instead of cobblestone and instead of like being back there like the rest of them, it got in the way of the redstone, which was really frustrating. But this is actually really simple redstone. It simply just has a copper flopper. Favorite block in the game so far. It's a single block monostable circuit, which is just amazing. Like before, you had to have like a sticky piston that pushes an observer or pushes a block, and in doing so, it creates a one-tick pulse, which then gets sent to another piston. And if you don't notice, when you one-tick a sticky piston, it spits its block out, so it just kind of drops it. In which case, the block will get moved into the redstone signal, so it will create a constant signal. And it was like a big chunky thing, and it required 2 pistons, some repeaters, a torch. But now it's just a single block, and it's absolutely amazing. It's like one of my favorite things. I've used them in every single door so far. There's one back there, there's one in the staircase, and then there's, obviously you saw the other one. So I can actually show that to you. Here's the little system. This is the monostable circuit. So you press this button, it one-ticks this piston because the observer observes getting moved. And when a piston's one-ticked, why is it not working? Oh, because I'm very smart sometimes. Now it will work. Silly mistake. So it one-ticks the piston, and you can see when a piston gets one-ticked, it will spit out its block. So that's how these worked, is it just pushes it and completes the circuit, and then when it's off, it retracts and pulls back. So this is like what it took before, 2 pistons, and it was just a big pain in the butt. But now it's as simple as this. So you can see they both turn on and they both turn off. This one's just much faster, and it's a single block. Oh, this is actually so cool.
Yeah.
I can go up bubble vaders, yes.
Yep. And they even put in a window over there for when you get elytra and then you fall right down in the fountain without taking damage. It's pretty nice.
Oh wow. Oh, this is actually really cool. This is really beautiful.
Yeah. Now this right here, user,
Uh-huh.
there is a free stall over here, the free for stall, where if you don't want to buy a plot, if there's room left, you can come and use some of it maybe. Let's see.
Buying it, but super sick, you know, it's perfect. You can't buy it.
Yeah, apparently.
He's a freeloader, I know.
Yeah, you
Wait,
just built it.
So which one are we looking at, and how much does it cost? Because I left all my diamonds at the base.
I brought a diamond block, and that is the cost of the small plots that are downstairs, and this one is right by the door down here, number 1.
Ow. Okay, is this the one we're looking at?
This is what I was thinking, yeah. It's right here where folks will come in to the front door and they'll be like, "Oh, there's number 1."
I see. Wait, so if these are the small plots, where are the big plots? They all look the same size.
Upstairs are the big ones.
Oh, okay, I see. They are a little bigger. Okay. So I upgraded the iron farm. I also broke it a little bit, so I had to fix that. But you'll see we do not have the original thing here. I made my first auto crafter system. So if I jump back here, I can kind of show you what that is. So first we got an item filter here, which just puts all the poppies down into a little composter, make bone meal. And then the iron bars, iron ingots, it's kind of hard to get around here. Move this stuff. The iron bars make their way into this auto crafter. And this auto crafter with that chest there is programmed to only make a pulse when it's full. So yeah, it just makes some iron bars for me and then puts them down here. And that just makes the iron farm a little easier to manage because, as you saw before, it got very we got a lot of iron like backlog before, so now that should be a little bit easier to manage. So I've already started with the rail system, and this is the selection panel. So essentially, lecterns are really cool because they will output a stronger signal strength the closer they are to the end of the book. And if you have 15 pages, that's 1 page for each signal strength. So you can see the first one's on there, and then if I go to the second one, it switches over there. So I'm going to use this to kind of control this turn right here and that torch. And I just went mining and got a bunch of gold because I needed to make a bunch of powered rails, and I did not have any gold. So got a few diamonds, a bunch of redstone, lots of gold. So yeah, I've got these little lectern systems built throughout the tunnels. At the end of each tunnel, there's one down there. You can kind of see it. But I'm gonna start getting the actual rail system installed, and then hook this up to the turn, and then hopefully everything will work all right. So I will see you in a minute. So here's the little system I developed. So I've shown you this already, and I'm just taking this output and setting it down to turn off the torch that's powering this piece of rail. So this is unlit, even though it should be lit because it's on the first page, so the first output should be on it, and that's because of this torch here. The way comparators work is if it has a stronger power input to the side than from the back, then it will not activate. So the power input is going to be 1, So 15 is much stronger than 1. So it's not going to do anything. However, when the minecart hits this rail, it will send this signal down, turn off this torch, turn off the comparator, which will then allow this to be turned on and allow the rail to switch. So I ended up doing that because I had a lot of issues with like the books not aligning with the other books, and then framiness. Oof, sorry about that. The books don't line up with each other, and then it's maintaining a constant power to this, and it just gets out of sync. So this will only send the request to this rail when you pass over it, which will just allow the other books to keep sending requests and not let this torch continuously be powered, which is nice. So now I just got to do the system on the rest of them, and then it will all be done. And then I got to cover it all up, obviously. So I finally finished the all the different systems. They all line up onto this turn now. So if we go down here, you can see the redstone lines go all the way back in each direction, which, oh my god, that took a very long amount of time. It took me almost an hour and a half, I think, to do this, because this is under water, as you can see. So I had to build a literal, like, 1x1 tunnel under the water, and it was a very, very big pain in the butt. But it's finally done now, so I can kind of show you how this is all going to work. Okay, so now, by default, you can see it will automatically send you to the iron farm, just because of how rails work. If it's going straight, this doesn't get affected by the turn, so it will just keep going straight onto the iron farm. Now, if I want to go to the villager trading hall, I just leave it on the selected page. This one does nothing because it's automatically set there. Just leave it on that selected page, and it will change it split second before you hit it, and then it will turn you this way. So this took a lot of design and a lot of pain digging through water. So this track will automatically send you to the iron farm. So now if we do it back to the cabin, we're going to see it switch just in time again. And it works in all directions to any stop or station or whatever you want to call them. But you can see this one's a little bit longer, but yeah. So it all switches, and it's very nice. It's, oh my god, that took me unreasonable amount of time. Now you'll notice that this one actually sits much further back compared to the intersection, compared to like the rest of them. And that's because repeaters. This was a very long redstone line, so there's lots of repeaters, which introduces delay. So that's just a little bit further back, and it took a little bit of trial and error to get the timing right, because like if it was too close, it wouldn't switch in time, and it would still send you over this way. But it's all done now, and oh my god, I'm so happy. I actually love this. I want to do an automatic minecart dispenser and collection system. However, I don't think I have space with these systems here. I thought about it beforehand, and I wanted to put them over on this side, but this system for the door is in the way, so I don't know if I will be able to do that. I'll look at it and see if I can do anything with it, but for now, I'm just gonna have a chest with my cards. You just put them in and press a button. But now I get to cover them all up, and we will never see it on video again unless something breaks and I have to fix it. This took all of the redstone that I mined for. This is all I have left. So I'm glad I went mining, because I definitely did not have enough redstone for this. So I'm going to cover this all up and see what I have to do next. So me and Sai just built up our shop. It's like a little library shelf. We got some mending, unbreaking, and silk touch. And then on the other side, for 5 diamonds each, we got prot, and efficiency. And we're also going to sell iron because we don't see in iron shops, and there's no regulation on that. And then here we're gonna do a little combo book for like 5 diamonds. And this is just gonna be more books that we don't have stock for yet. We have the villagers for them. We just don't have the stock yet. So yeah, so that's kind of where we're at, and I love this little place. Like it doesn't look, the best because we do have quite a limited amount of space, but I think it looks amazing. So yeah, and we could also put books up here in the chiseled bookshelves as well. So yeah, I really like this. It's a cute little bookstore. And this is unfortunately not the name we ended up on. I love this. So I kind of wanted to say a few things about my framing videos. I do have a little device coming in the mail that will essentially allow me to stream my screen to another computer and record that. So I don't use my computer's resources because it's just not strong enough, and I don't really have enough resources to get another one right now. Move. So that will hopefully be getting better in the next few episodes. Oh hey, first diamonds. Nice. So yeah, so in the next few episodes it should be getting better. Anyway, what? President of Saphy? Paul for president, Hatsumiku for vice. Oh. Apparently I'm running for first lady. This doesn't seem very vote-like. Buttons. Grug party. Frost. Marco. Ufro. Twufro. Alright. Sure. Okay. That's interesting. So I asked if I could redo the voting system because buttons just, they weren't it. So this is what I came up with. Essentially it's just an item filter for a renamed sunflower to a what's called a election token. Oh, my texture pack makes these look not like coins. I might turn that off. So essentially you'll have these sunflowers that say election tokens, and each hopper will have a different electee head. So I have to go assassinate all the electees, of course. And then people just come up and vote for the one that they want. And that will be displayed as a vote. Now, when the election is actually calculated, the amount of votes that everyone has will be in these chests. So it will be a more reliable way of counting. So yeah, that is what I did. And now, if I can get out of here, I have to build a building around this because this is ugly. It's going to be a little challenging because this is very, very tall. So I might get some help from someone to help me build that. Anyways, that I think is going to conclude it for Saphy episode 2. Thank you so much for watching and so much for putting up with my framey videos. I really hope to get that fixed within the next couple of episodes. Oh, that was close. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe because that would greatly help me out. And it would also recommend the very few videos that I do make to you more. So So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.